Hey guys, what's up? It's Church here, and today we're going to be running through all my kit. Just to start off with, this is my Pro Force Loader 65. This is what I use to take most of my shit to events. There's straps on the back so you can have it as a rucksack if it's too heavy, but it's just a perfect bag that you can take around. It's pretty just concealable. It's not a massive pelly case or a camo bag. It's great for moving all my kit around, so yeah. Just another thing as well, sorry for being so long to take another upload. I've just been lazy and busy, but been to a few events recently, so I'll be uploading content from that, especially the Defiant Events Op Red Tide. That's going to be coming very soon because that's my priority right now. I really like that. It was an amazing event, so I'll do a full review of that soon. Anyway, let's get started. Alright, to start with, I thought I'd do a run through of what I usually take to the game day. So this is what I'll just take normally, nothing extra. This is everything I'll be wearing. I'm not going to include BBs and gas and that sort of stuff just because that shit's boring. So I'll go first over my base layer, so my clothing. So this is just a TMC Gen 3 Cry Repro combat shirt. It's got space for combat pads and stuff like that. You can have lots of patches and things like that. So I've got Union Jack, Spirited Systems, Defiant Events, which we went to, and the Patagonia, just because I found that all funny. I'm also using the TMC combat pants. They're really nice, really comfy, really stretchy, tons of pockets, like you can put Nalgene bottles and stuff like that, and they'll fit comfortably. They're very cool, they look nice as well. I'm currently loving the OD/Ranger Green and Black mix. It just works really well for me. Next up, helmet. So this is, as far as I can remember, I think it's an FMA medium fast helmet. Obviously I put a lot of shit on it, so I'll go through with that. Just on the inside, I've got these Team Wendy style reproduction foam pads inside. It's a lot more comfier than what they come with. It's like a weird foam, just like bike helmet shit. And also the Team Wendy style retention system. This is way better. It's just like a claw system that clamps around your head. Just creates a much stabler fit. On this side, we've got my replica contacts just on these holders here. Usually if I'm running at a Milsim event, I'll take these off and I'll put them on like just a headset band instead of having them attached to the helmet. But for regular airsoft, it's a lot more comfy just with the eye protection and things like that. Also got my first light on my helmet. I have two for some reason. This is just a little one, just nice for note reading and stuff like that in the dark, doesn't create too much light. Then we've got a pelican patch. This is a DM Gear helmet cover in OD green. It's really nice because it just has this extra retention snap for my contour camera, which is what I record footage with most at the time being. I'm going to be upgrading to a GoPro 10 just because I want that awesome quality content. Really nice 4K footage and everything like that. Doesn't bother most people, but considering this is 720p and it's not great in darker settings, my footage is lacking recently. But yeah. Go on this side, you've got the Project Monarch thumbs up little cat's eye, another Project Monarch patch here. Afraid of the dark, not afraid of the dark. Kinetic Grade Cult, take that shit. I always thought it looked like Contra from Moonlight. And we also got another helmet light here, which is a much bright one. It also goes red and green. It's pretty handy. I think it's a Replica Night Evolution, something like that. Enough contact here. Got a fake Hellstar Repro, just a strobe, flashes nice and bright. Also has an IR function. It did actually come in handy recently at my event because I just strobed it in IR and my friends could find me. Hello, my name is Goom. I just found that funny. Forward. IR reflective tab. And yeah, that's most of the helmet build done. Obviously we've got a mount here for NVGs. I use my COD digital night vision sometimes in my local event, but I did get landed some PBS 14s recently. That was amazing. I will get night vision as soon as I can. It's just such a cool experience and thing to use. Like I had the rest of my team doggy chaining on the back of me just trying to see where I was going because I was the only one who could see in this pitch black. But it's really fun. So yeah, that's the helmet build. Next up, we're going to go over my belt rig. So this is a legit Eagle Industries, I think it's a Warfighter belt. So it's got the inner kind of Velcro belt that you put around your waist, and then just the outer raised belt. This is there's just like a little lanyard cord thing here if you were one of those cool guys rappelling out helicopters, but obviously I'm not. I just found this cool. We've got a replica Safariland over here, holds my Glock in there. So a replica Surefire X300 Ultra, and then some little mag extension things that say Glug. I found them kind of funny. I'm going to get a mini red dot soon just to finish it, just to make it look super cool. I mean, who really uses sights and pistols that much? That just goes in there. It's on the mid-ride Safariland holster thingy. Yeah, this is a great holster. Super easy to put it back in, take it out, everything like that. It's way better than those fucking new Pro push paddle ones. I mean, they're great for starters, but this is only, what, £50? You can get it on AliExpress, or most European sites have them as retailers now. So I'd get this if you have a Glock. It even works on sick P320s, that's the one I have. So yeah, they're really good on everything. Next up, we've got just a Viper, Viper dump pouch here. You just pull it out, comes up here. It's really handy. If you just, I never actually use it for mags. It's more just like random shit you find. Yeah, that's handy. Then I've got the SFDI impact grenade in the, I think it's ASG pouch, something like that. It's just really easy. You just pop the sides, pull the grenade out, and then the pin will come off, that sort of thing. But you just pop that back in there, and that just makes it a ton quicker than having to pull out the pin and everything. You literally just pop and chuck. And I've got some footage of that I'll put up probably in the next video. Then we have two legit ESSTAC KYWI pouches. So just got one for a 5.56 rifle mag, and then two pistol mag ones just for my Glock. And that's the belt setup pretty much. But yeah, I've been using this for about 1.5 years now. Oh, it's awesome. I love just being able to take off your belt without having to worry about threading it through before your next skirmish or anything like that. It's a quality of life upgrade. I'll put links and prices for everything down in the description below, just so if you want to have some of this kit, you can find it there. Next up, gloves. These are the Pig Deltas, I think they're called. Everyone's running them at the moment. I've run them for about 1.5 years now. I think I saw them on SEAL teams from the CBS show. I found them really cool, and they actually work really nicely. Dexterous, but enough protection to cover you from BBs most of the time. Next up, Face Pro. So this is MB Tactical. Unfortunately, name's Nico just dropped a video a couple days ago showing off this. I think it was the first time anyone put it on YouTube properly, so I missed out on that one there. But yeah, I've been running this for about 6 months now. Man, it is awesome. It just sits behind any kind of Face Pro. I usually use this Balaclava sometimes when I'm running the helmet, just to keep my hair out of the way. But if not, I'm just using the NB Tactical Balaclava as well. This is quite a bit tighter than this one, but this still sits in when you have all the helmet straps. But man, I've run through quite a lot of Face Pro. I'll go through over some extra bits and bobs later, but this is top tier. People complain about the price, but I mean, it's a top of line face protection. There is nothing better than this in my opinion. It is amazing. It really helps with fogging as well. And yeah, I don't mind too much about my nose. No shots never bother me. I know some people they hurt a lot, but mine seem to be fine. I just prefer to have some clearance from the nose instead of having mesh in front of it. But yeah, this is, if I could recommend anything out of all the kit I'm wearing, it's this. It's 10 out of 10. Next up, iPro. Obviously I'm not going to be wearing sunglasses in the game, but I've got pretty much the best next thing. This is the Gatorz Outwear Magnum Ballistic Edition. These have the Photochromatic lenses, so when it goes into sunlight, these will start to shade grey. This is not sunglasses grey, like black. It's not going to make it like clear as hell from the sun. It makes it more bearable, but it's really handy from especially Milson's point of view. If you're going all daytime, you're going to want to have some sort of protection from the sunlight, but you're meant to keep your iPro on at all times. So when you go in the night time, you keep these on and it'll clear up and everything like that, especially when you're going on to night vision. It just makes it a lot easier to see at night. Also, they're really comfy. I don't know how they did it. They got amazing anti-fog on this that I've never had to reapply or anything, but they never fog up. Even full balaclava, heat, helmet, kit, no matter the environment, these never fog up. So these are amazing. But they are quite pricey. I think they're like £250. Had to import them as well. So yeah, I spend a lot of money on kit that doesn't need to be that expensive, but I like quality. So that's my Face Pro setup. That's what I think is the top of the line face protection there. Next up we have my chest rig. This is a TREX Arms Ready rig, 5.56. Yeah, I've run play carriers for about 4 years now. I've been airsofting for quite a while, not as much as 20-year-old players, but still. I like play carriers, they have their space. I don't use them anymore. I much prefer using chest rigs. It's a lot less weight, it's a lot less restricted in movement, and you don't need a play carrier. You're not needing realistic protection. I know some Nilsons sometimes have a rule where if you have body armor, then you can get an extra revive sort of thing. Yeah, for my skirmishing, I don't need that. So I got 30 seconds out patch and Jag Airsoft patch. Very cool, good, great content. And then I have my Crytek mags. These are my favourite mags in my opinion. They feed incredibly well. They've got a nice little thing to show you if you're out BBs. They've also got a screen here. It also tells you when they're full. I've literally never had to do anything to these. These are the best mags I've used. So if you're using an M4 style rifle, I'd recommend Crytek mags if you can find them, because when I got them, they were the last ones I could find in the UK. So that's just a TREX on Ready Rig. They've got plenty of space to add in extra things. So sometimes I put my radio around here. They've got wider pouches, things like that, pistol pouches. Sometimes I put a dummy knife in there. But yeah, that just sits on you like that. It's super easy to put on. You just swing it over you, and there you go. You got 5 or 6 rifle mags on you with no restricting the movement at all. These straps are so thin. It just, yeah, you can't even feel it. And finally, just for my regular setup, this is my SIG MCX by Cybergun. It's broken down a few times, but it's still my favourite. It's my baby. Yeah, I just love this rifle so much. Originally I was going to build a CCSFO kit, the police like top tier guys, but then I never bothered doing that, so I just got the MCX. I'm going to upgrade it to an LVAW, which is what Delta Force super secret people use. It's just a barrel modification and handguard modification, but I think that's really cool, and I'll give it a nice spray paint. But just to put over what's on it, I've just got the Ferro Concept Slingster. It's tangled right now. Really handy. You can adjust the retention a bit, so if you're just walking around a bit, you can keep it tight to your body, but if you want a bit of movement, you can like adjust it like that. Surefire 600, it's just the Surefire Scoutlight Repro. It's pretty bright, you can strobe it and everything. It does the trick. I do want to get a real Surefire. They're not too expensive, it's like 250. Yeah, but like their lumens, this is like 600, their lumens is like 1,500. It's crazy bright. Next up, I've got a Pursed 4 replica. Just a IR and regular laser. It does the trick. I like having the laser on, even though it sort of gives away your position. You can sort of just, I don't know if it's coming up on the screen, you can sort of just mark people before they even come around the corner, so that's fun. ESSTAC replica. I have taken this off my AK. I don't have my AK with me. I would have done a video on that, but yeah. Anything else on that? I think that's everything. I'm just going to go over some things that I swap out regularly. So this comes in face pro, gloves and footwear. So sometimes just to look cool and stuff like that, I'll use this gas mask here. I think it's just a cheap one off AliExpress. It was only like £20, something like that. But it's got these fans on the side that get fresh air into it, so these never fog up, surprisingly. You'd think they would, but they're kind of fun. They just kind of fit nicely with the seam of the helmet just here. Gives you that really cool look, a bit like SCP breakout sort of thing. That's the only other really face pro I use. I've also got some like outside shades that are just black that I sometimes use, but they fog up a lot, so I just tend to use the Magnums. Next up, for fan protection, I've got these Mechanics Impact ones. So I used to use these a lot when I'm on these outdoor sites, just because I like climbing a lot of shit. They're just a bit thicker protection from cuts and twigs and stuff like that than the pigs. I've also got these Petzl ones. There's an event I went to a couple months ago which had the fun bit of doing some fast roping around some pieces, so these give you some extra because they're like a pleather sort of style. They give you some extra protection when you're fast roping so you don't get burns. And you can get cool operator pictures with these, so there you go. And there's pigs, and then I'm going to go on footwear. So for most times into little CQB, I'm going to be using my Vans. I like them, they give me cool guy points. They got good grip as well, just because they're meant for skateboards anyway. And they got really comfy soles inside, so they don't heat up too much and they look really cool. So that's why I use those in CQB most of the time. They've also got high waist, just protect your ankle a bit more. Also use these Ultima Maritime Assault boots. Yeah, they're kind of operator chucks. They're pretty good grip, really comfy. I don't know why an indoor site would be wet, but if it was, they're quick dry, so there you go. I've used these outdoor and they're not great with mud, so these are, I use them indoor. And then finally my outdoor boots. These are Aku, not clue what they're called, but I will put everything in the links. These are kind of expensive, but they are worth it. Amazing foot protection, is super rigged. rigid, waterproof, everything like that. These have not failed me once, even through tremendous rain. They've kept my feet dry, which is something that I'm sure many milsimers can appreciate. It's horrible having wet feet for hours on end. So that's some of the variable gear I have. Next up, I'll go into some elbow weapons I use and some minor little bits and bobs I'll change out from not wearing this sort of clothing. So next up, we have some alternative weapons that I'll use during my games. So first of all, we've got the TM MP7 AEG with the QD detached suppressor. I only use this for pictures. The whole point of this is to be super small and compact. This is a really fun gun when it doesn't break. Obviously, it's not the GBB version, but I really enjoy having 120 rounds in each mag instead of, what, 40 or 60. Yeah, it's a really fun little piece. Aha, the EOTech was once again swapped again. Yeah, I run one sight between all three guns. I just can't be bothered. It's a great sight. I don't want to pay another, what, 60, 70 for a sight when I can just swap it out. So I've just got a mini Surefire here with the pressure pad just taped up there. You can fold that obviously. And that's just a fake pack box, but it holds the battery inside. You can barely store it. The TM batteries that come with this are absolute shit. So I just swapped out with Dean's connection, and so now the Dean battery sits in there. I leave the charging thing out here because I don't want to have to take it out every time. Just running a 1.1 sling. When you're using something like this, you just want it super tight to your body, like that. Also got that nice little folding stop if you want it a bit more out. But yeah, it's a fun little piece. Everyone likes an MP7. I want to get an MP5 as well. When I'm using this, I'm using this Viper little chest rig here. Does the trick, carries 4 mags, nice little Velcro patch area, so you can stick your favourite stuff on there. Super light, super lightweight, just like the TREX Arms Ready rig, but just holds the essential, the mags. Also for some events, I like Conceal Carry. You can just stick a t-shirt over this and it will hide it. It's very slim to your body. I used it recently at a Milsim event. I also use it at skirmishes sometimes when there's game modes that if someone isn't holding you, you can shoot them. So I have this concealed nicely under a shirt, something like that. So that's some other bits of gear, and now I'm going to finally go on to some additional pieces of clothing that I use. As you can see from the scroll over here, I've got quite a few options depending on the weather or the environment that I'm using stuff in. So I'll just start off with, if I'm not using combat pants, if I'm just wearing some jeans and some trousers or something like that and they've got no knee pads, I like knee pads. So these are the Arcteryx ones. They don't make them anymore, but you can find them here and there. Some sites still have some stock in them. They're really nice because they contour to your knee and they give some great protection, and the straps aren't too itchy at the back of your leg. Yeah, they've stood the test of time. I've had them for a year and a bit now, and they work really well when I'm just running jeans or something like that. So these are really handy to have. Now for the outerwear, I've got a 176 Windbreaker. This is really nice. It doesn't make you overheat, but if it's really windy outside, and it's also like water resistant, so if it's windy or rainy, use this. If you don't want to heat up too much, if it's in the summer, I use this sort of thing. It's just really nice to have. Oh, MP7 down. If I'm indoors and it's starting to get a bit cold, but you don't want to wear a massive jumper, I've got this Viper Tac hoodie, tan. It's got little Velcro patches, so you can put morale patches and everything on there. Lightweight, gives you a bit of extra protection. I usually run my sleeves up just because I don't like stuff around here, but if it's cold, I'll wear these. Just a nice outer layer of protection, top of everything. And then I have this Woobie from WRMFZY. It's a reversible Flecktarn one, so you can wear it inside out depending on where you're wearing it. This on cold nights is a blessing. It is so comfy. It is so good at regulating your heat. It's like what the military uses. They're like duvets or something like that. I don't know what you have around sleeping bags, that sort of thing. It's just like this puffy material. It's just like a military puffer jacket, pretty much. But this is a lifesaver. Water resistant, slash proof, super cozy. Oh, I love this thing so much. I think there's still a few left on their website, but just search up Woobie jacket and then grab one of these. They are a lifesaver. Literally, I was freezing to death when I remembered I had this and it saved me. So yeah, that's the basics of my loadouts and the few little bits that I change here and there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Everything will be linked down on the bottom of all the gear I have. I'll probably do it in chronological order, so when I've talked about it, or I'll just do it in head to toe sort of format. If you have any questions, let me know in the DMs. If you want to see what sort of content you want next, let me know. I've got 3 videos down the pipeline that I just keep forgetting to do. But one's just an AK-105 montage, one's just an indoor CQB one, and then I've got the Defiant Events off Red Tide, which I'm very excited about. I did get some clips of that. I've got some on my phone, some on my Contour. But yeah, I've got enough to put a whole video together, and I'll give a review about it. But I'll say off the bat, it was a great event. It was great to show my friends at Milson for the first time. So they've got their next op in November, I think, up at Camp Sparta. If you can make it, I'll see you there, because we're definitely going for that. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe if you want more content, leave a like, and cheers for watching.